Hey guys, what is up? Mage here, doing another World of Tanks 360 review. Today guys, here we are at Tier 9 with the Type-61. This is the Japanese Tier 9 medium tank. We are now one step closer to the STB-1. This is one of those interesting tanks on the Japanese medium line. I like this tank. I really like it. It's a different play style than I'm used to, and it's grown on me quite a bit. Let's go ahead and get on into the packages. Stock, this tank comes with a 570 horsepower engine. You will come with the 90mm Type-61 gun, which will give you 10 rounds a minute, 219 pen, 240 average damage, 2.09 aiming time, and 0.36 accuracy. Your track traverse will be 44 degrees per second, and you will get a turret that will give you 70mm of armor from the front, 60 in the sides, and 35 in the back. Your traverse speed will be 42. Your view range will be 390. I'll be honest, I did not do the stock grind for this tank. I have sworn off stock grinds on Tier 9 tanks if I have an option. So I would definitely suggest for those of you guys, when you get a Tier 9 tank, save up enough XP so you can get a workable package so you can actually begin to grind the tank and not, lose your mind. At least not lose your mind as much when you're grinding it out. I saved up just enough XP, and by memory, I know this package was 49k. So, if you're wise about saving up your free XP, get this package. This was a blast. This is a painless grind once you get this package. The only thing it will upgrade is your tracks and your turret. Everything else stays the same, but the gun does get better. 12 rounds a minute, 1.70 aim time. Your accuracy, penetration, and damage stays the same, but that rate of fire, the aiming time, is what's going to make this tank entertaining with the 90mm. Your new tracks will give you 48 degrees of traverse per second, and you'll get a new turret that'll give you 70mm of armor in the front, 60 in the sides, 35 in the back, 42 traverse, and you now have 400 meters of view range. Yeah, this tank with the 90mm gun and the top turret and tracks, I didn't feel like I was hurting too badly. I had a lot of fun with this tank just in this package alone because you can just chew everything up. It reminded me a lot of the 7-1, and honestly, I would argue the ability to hit targets on the move with this 90mm gun at a distance is really on par with some of the Russian mediums, and I would argue even competitive with the Leopard 1, a Tier 10 medium tank. So this thing is quite entertaining with the 90mm. You can just chew other tanks up with this thing. But this is going to be the package a lot of people are going to go for, and I recommend it. I don't think it's a bad option to consider on this tank. Even though I do love the rate of fire on the 90mm, and it's pretty funny tearing people up with it, the 105 is the way to go. And the top package will give you a new engine and will give you the 105mm rifle gun, which is actually an L7 105mm gun. Same gun used on the 7-1, the Leopard Prototype, the Leopard 1. Of course, this is a slightly different variation from the one used on the Leopard 1. But you'll notice something. Let's go ahead and look at the stats for it. 6 rounds a minute, 258 pen, 390 average damage, 2.29 aim time, and 0.36 accuracy. 258 pen. The only reason I can assume this particular gun it has 10mm less of pen than the other 105s, I assume it has to do with the ammunition maybe this tank is firing. That's the only thing I can assume. That, or they had to balance it out some way. But I'm going to assume the reason historically has to be because of ammunition. I'm just guessing here. And, of course, your engine will give you 604 horsepower. You're going to have issues when you first get this 105. And it's nothing to do with the gun's performance. The gun is doing its job. It performs. The problem is you're going to be so used to and so spoiled to the gun handling of the 90mm with the top turret that you're going to be spoiled by the 90mm and how it's used. And the 105... it's really average. The gun handling is average, but what's letting you down is you were just so used to the 90mm that when you get to 105, you're going to think it's crap. And I had some rage moments when I first got this gun. I thought it was fantastic. once I got used to it, and I like it now. I absolutely love the 105 on this tank, and I think it's the way to go because you don't want to expose yourself to enemy fire any longer than you have to. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and switch to some gameplay. Be back here in a second. Okay guys, here we are on Arctic region, encounter battle. Suggested equipment for the Type-61. I run coated optics and rammer. That's standard on all my mediums, obviously. It's up to you, really. It's a matter of preference if you're going to run vents or vert stabs. Bit of a divide, I guess you could say, amongst players that play mediums. There's quite a few people that like vert stabs, and there's quite a few people that prefer vents. Me, I feel like on this tank, you can't go wrong with either, but I felt like vents was the better option because I play second line in this tank. I'm a little bit more reserved than normal, and that has more to do with the fact that this tank doesn't have a whole lot of armor, and it's pretty much a supporting medium tank. Now, it still can do what a lot of mediums does. It can still be a very good, capable scout. Maybe not as good as any other medium tank, but it's good enough. And the other reason why I'm willing to play second line more often in this tank than I say in any other tank is, it's still pretty big for a medium tank. I mean, look, this is no E100, obviously, but it's only marginally smaller than some of the heavy tanks in this game, so you're going to get spotted pretty easily in this machine. And the way you want to play it is, you play it like every other Japanese medium. It's basically an STA-1 on steroids. Pretty much an STA-1 with a little bit more armor, not much, and way better gun, more hit points, and the ability to really slam home hard-hitting shots on tanks like a Conqueror. He's got a 20-pounder, it looks like. We're going to reload and hit that M4. And we're going to back off. They have no arty, so I can get away with this. Now, I don't like how I don't have enough support over here. Now, they have a 7-1 over here. That's not a good sign. I'm hoping that TD will give me some kind of support, though. T-30. Enemy detected. Penetration. Good shot. Whoever lit him on fire, that is good stuff. Might get the kill shot here. Good stuff, team.
Scratch another bad guy. Punched right through their armor.
Ooh, they ran quite a train over here. That's not a good sign. Did not expect that. Okay, team, pay attention, please.
Target spotted.
T-95. He's not going to be an easy target, so I'm not even going to waste my time unless he gives me his ass. Medium tank, that Panther 2 is going to narc on me. And I'm not eager to run down there and give my back to this T-95, so I'm not going to risk it. Somebody's already taken pop shots. I am going to try and be a deterrent, at least, and give these guys a reason to back off. But it looks like my team went full retard here, potentially, because they're all over there fighting in the valley as if it's a regular standard battle, which is not wise. I'm going to see if I can hit the 7-1 if he peeks up. That's what's spotting me. If our T-30 was paying attention, he could have one-shotted me. Oh, there we go. Good stuff, sir. Excellent work, teammate. And as you can see, I mean, this tank, it can make its own luck. It can make its own opportunities. But it's not exactly advisable, simply because of the lack of armor. And, yep, that's where a vert stab would have been extremely helpful. Alright, that was not intentional, Mr. T-30. I hope I didn't block your shot. If you're angry at me over that, I'm sorry. Alright, I'm gonna have to turn around and try to deal with this problem. Nope, we got problems coming straight at us, so I won't have to turn around. I'm not gonna leave you behind, T-30. You may not like me because I accidentally blocked you, but it wasn't intentional, sir. Alright, and that Patton's gonna play his gun depression. Plant one into him. We're gonna get directly under this Patton, and we're gonna play the other one at just him. Hopefully the other one doesn't YOLO me. Panther 2 YOLO'd me.
Another one down.
I have a feeling Panther 2 is going to turn around and charge me, but that's fine. I don't mind it. Yeah, Patton's not eager to get hit by me. T-30, though, is more than happy to take shots at both of them. I'm going to follow up with him. Go ahead, plant your shot. I'm going to let you reload, sir. Ammo racked him and tracked him. Be patient, be patient. M46 is going to come over. I'm going to wait on our teammates here. I'm hoping somebody will help me out. Heavy is directly in front of us, so I'm a little scared of the Conqueror, but I think he only has a 20-pounder. Got a shot in the Patton, but I really took 2 unnecessary hits there. I mean, it's one thing I take a hit from the Panther 2, but to take one from the M46 on top of it all was not advisable. Somebody slammed that poor Panther 2 for me. Oh, gosh, teammates, I love you sometimes. Sometimes when you're competent, you're awesome. Okay, and the Patton looks like he took off. I'm going to see what I can do about this Conqueror. He's definitely firing a 20-pounder. Looks like he's not paying attention, so I'm going after the Patton. Oh, and I only track him. Come on now, L7. Come on now, 105. You're letting me down. Get a shot in on him. I'm going to keep moving because I have a feeling that T-95, if he's still sitting there and camping and waiting on me, he's waiting for his little opportunity to kill me. We took out the engine on the Patton. He goofs his shot. I am cool about that. Don't want to block my teammates. I want them to kill him. The quicker he is out of the fight, the less damage I have to worry about taking. I'm going to go ahead and round the corner. See if I can get a nice, quick little cheap shot on this Conqueror. No need. He's dead. Bit of a dicey situation there. I'm surprised I didn't break commentary and start cussing people. For those of you that have watched my channel long enough, lately, when I do these live comms, it is not unusual for me to just break out and start cursing at everyone and everything just because someone did something random. But I kept my cool. But that was a situation where I had to feed off that T-30. I basically had to depend on the T-30 backing me up a little bit, you know, hoping he was smart and he didn't do anything silly. I did screw up. I think I screwed up in the end. I think I may have accidentally blocked his shot, and that's why he gave me the negative sign. So you got to be aware of that, and you definitely want to be around teammates in this tank. And that's partially why I'm probably going to keep this tank. This tank actually has a place in my garage. I'm going to keep this thing. I love it. And I'm not going to sit in front of that T-95, so he can go ahead and take random shots at anybody he wants. But I intend to keep this tank simply because it actually has a purpose. It does fit in the balance amongst the other Tier 9 mediums. That's why I didn't keep the Leopard Prototype. Not that I think the Leopard Prototype's a bad tank. Leopard Prototype is fine. It's just, I feel like whatever I could do in the Leopard Prototype, I feel like I could probably do better in a T-54 or a Patton. And if I gotta run an L7, I'm probably gonna run the 7-1 because, hey, it's got armor and the gun is perfectly fine. It's the same rate of fire. This tank, yeah, I mean, I have the pen that the 7-1 and the Leopard Prototype has, but it brings a rate of fire, so this tank is a very good supporting second-line medium tank. And shout out to this T-30. He did fine. That's all I ever want out of a teammate. Just do your part, and it's all cool. But this is pretty typical of how you want to play the Type-61. Don't be crazy aggressive. Just kind of roll with your teammates, your second line, and eventually the plays will start adding up, and you can start making your own luck in this tank. Alright guys, I will catch you guys later. Peace out.